Hey guys, I wanted to give you a tour through our El Gardiner. We just pulled our Yukon Gold potatoes and replanted with sweet potatoes here, and they're already kind of taken off. In about 90 days, actually probably in about 3 weeks, that there will be no soil visible. The vines will take over, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And then we planted 3 little spaghetti squash plants right there, and they're coming in quick. And this bed was kind of a redo. You can see the light wood on the top and the dark wood on the bottom, so we raised it up because it was getting so soupy and wet, the soil would just never dry out. So we added about 8 inches to it and 8 inches of soil. Tomatoes right there, celery, which I actually haven't peeked in here since we've been back, but it looks like the celery is pretty much there. And then these are all a bunch of butternut squash. We have got probably, there's 3 plants in here, and we have probably got, I don't know, 2 dozen at least little babies coming in. So we're going to be overrun with squash here very, very soon, which we're pretty excited about. This poor little tomato plant on the end, I think there's no future for him. He got into some disease or something. But the squash are growing up in that. These are cantaloupes right here. And these and the squash will take over the yard too. So another couple of weeks we won't see any yard at all. There's some more celery there. These are probably overdue for getting picked. And tomatoes are coming in. You can see some pretty good clusters here. And we're pretty stoked about these little guys. These are edamame. You can see all the little purple flowers on there. They're going to turn into pods. They're kind of a one and done, unfortunately, but we sure love them. And then more tomatoes, because you could never have enough tomatoes. You can see they're starting to finally turn. Those will probably be ready in a day or two. Our little lavender is done. And I love our little wind chime. It's so peaceful to be out here and hear that with our glow-in-the-dark little birdie on top. And these are rattlesnake beans here, pole beans. And we got our first flower in here today somewhere. Oh, there they are. And these will put off probably 10 times more beans than we can possibly eat. And more tomatoes, and more tomatoes, and more tomatoes, and more tomatoes. That's the end of the tomatoes. We kind of went overboard again. I built that permanent trellis there probably 2 or 3 weeks before we went out to see you guys. This is all garlic here, which I'm not really sure what to think of that, because I don't think they're supposed to be yellow. I think they're supposed to be green. They've been in the soil for probably 120 days. They're kind of thick here, so I don't know. I don't know if you can see they want to bulb a little bit, but I don't know. An experiment that's probably not going to end well for us. And the jalapenos are here. As you can see, the plants are loaded with peppers. So these are the hot ones, and then these are the cool ones. So these are the heatless jalapenos on the second row. So we're really anxious to try those, but some of these peppers are gargantuan already. You can see that. But they're pretty big. And then I've got a couple guys at work that are heat freaks as far as peppers, so I've got a habanero coming in here. Those things just look evil. I'm gonna have to wear gloves for those. And then this on the end is cucumbers. And when we came out to see you guys, that plant was to probably right about there. A third, maybe half of the way up, and now it's overgrown all the way over the top. And there are dozens of those little guys in there. We've already picked probably 6 or 7. But yeah, that thing is just totally packed. And then asparagus here. And these have drawn a lot of bees in. There's one right there, actually. Look at that little girl. Focus, dummy. Getting her little pollen to take back home. There's another one over here. Anyway, I could bore you to death with bees, but here's a good, thick, big old sprout that just came up the other day. So that's probably a foot tall. Yesterday it was about that big. Those things grow so fast. So we would love to grow these to where they're big, thick ones like that instead of the kind of the spindly ones like that. So probably another year or two we'll be there. But that's it, guys. That's our little garden. Not so little garden. That's our garden. Wish you guys. We love you and miss you. Bye.